Test, 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 test. And welcome to Millard South Football, presented to you by Millard South Media. We have a first-round Class A matchup in front of you today between the visiting 15-seed Lincoln North Star Navigators and the number 2 ranked Millard South Patriots. It's a chilly night here at Buell Stadium with temperatures recorded around 45 degrees and wind speeds of up to 15 miles per hour. Welcome up to the booth. I'm Wilson Dittman, joined alongside my partner Mason Steinhoff. And Mason, we have a great game in front of us today.
You're right. Two solid programs ending their regular season with winning records. That's always a positive takeaway, Wilson. It's postseason time. The time to make a statement is now. If you want to surprise everyone, do it now. And it'll be interesting to see if North Star is way more competitive than they were when these two squads met back in September, because they were completely lackluster then.
Yeah, North Star's on a hot streak. They've won 3 of their last 4. I'm expecting them to play a lot better than the last time they came to Buell Stadium a couple months ago, like you just mentioned, Mason. Let's get into our pregame coverage. Starting off with how Millard South got here. They're 8-1 in the regular season with wins over everybody except for Westside. That happened 2 weeks ago here on Millard South Media. Had a close win against Millard West. Mason, what did you see out in that season opener?
It was a thrilling game to watch, Wilson. Also a very sloppy and mistake-filled game. It came down to the wire with West missing a PAT that sealed it for the Patriots.
Then they routed up a couple more wins. The at the time number 2 ranked Elkhorn South Storm, they shut them out here at Buell Stadium 33-0. Had a statement win against Millard North 56-19. That was really the Jet Tamala and Amarion Jackson breakout game with 4 touchdowns for the quarterback and 3 for the sophomore wide receiver. Then they went to Gretna and blew them out too, 38-7. So I mean, you look at those opening wins, all very impressive, Mason.
Yeah. You know what Stone Cold Steve Austin would say about the Gretna game? He would say that it was a stunner. South stunned Gretna, not in the context of that they won, but how much they actually won by, 31 points. It was Dragon Hunting season for the Patriots as they cruised to an easy win against the defending state title runners-up.
So you see North Star on the screen. We'll get to that in a little bit. They went to Lincoln East. That was really a game where it was a lot closer than the final score says. They were actually losing that game going into the fourth quarter with a lot of mistakes, penalties, turnovers, but the talent took over and they blew them out when it was all said and done, 45-21. Columbus, that was a close win. Offense really never got going, but the defense came up huge. Harper Rutan had a big game. And then there you see on the screen, Westside, 14-31, another game that was closer than the final score actually says. That was a one-score game with 3 minutes left to go. Yeah, just a close game, and that kind of showed everybody, hey, Millard South's not the best team in Class A, but they sure are number 2. Let's get into not this year's matchup against North Star. So that happened back in September here at Buell Stadium, and Millard South took care of business, 57-10. Jetchamal with a great game, 6 total touchdowns. Martin Jackson with 3 total receiving touchdowns. And really, Millard South had dominated from the get-go. North Star had a kickoff return for a touchdown, and ever since that, Millard South dominated, Mason.
Yeah, this was by far Jet Tamala's best performance all regular season. He was throwing with poise and accuracy Amarian Jackson did Amarian Jackson things with 3 total touchdowns and 90 yards receiving. Millard South had no problems handling the Gators in September.
And I know we just talked about the offense, but really it was a more impressive day from the defense. Nothing got going from North Star. Of course, you have their star quarterback, Dean Donaldson, who was with Prep last season. He had nothing going, only 4 for 9 passing. And then their star running back, Jordan Anderson, also had nothing, only 20 yards on the ground. Really, that Millard South defensive line took over, and that secondary was also great too. Let's get into our battle in the backfield. 2-star running backs, Nolan Feller. Mason, what do you got on Nolan?
Yeah, well, he, was injured for a couple of weeks. Last week, he was back like he never left as he rushed for 73 yards and a touchdown. He was also making plays happen through the air. He had 2 receptions for large gains, 78 yards and a touchdown. The run game has been a crucial factor relating to the Patriots' success.
And now going to Jordan Anderson. I mean, he is just a shifty, smart back. He's averaging about 70 yards rushing per game. Just got shut down against Millard South. That was his only game really under 20 yards rushing. This is a guy that North Star needs to get going. They're a very run-dynamic team. If they can get the running game going, they'll be in to make this game a battle. Now our X-Factor player, and that's going to go to Aiden Miller on the defensive line, transferred back to Millard South from Texas this fall, and he's been a game wrecker. You see the stats on the screen: 53 total tackles, 14 TFLs, 3 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles in that DT position. I mean, he is just a game wrecker.
At times, he makes it look real easy to get past the offensive lineman he's gone up against. A great wrap-up tackler. He's usually one of the first ones on scene to make a tackle or to assist another player in tackling. Just an established leader on this team who brings that sort of unique energy and swag with him as a player when he's on the football field.
Now let's get to our keys to the game. Mason, you got North Star. What do you have for him?
So for North Star, open up the passing game. We know Anderson is an absolute stud, but Millard South bottled it up last time. North Star has talent in the receiving room. Be creative with the aerial attacks.
And now what is your number 2? You have Nolan Feller coming back from injury. How do they stop him?
Yeah, also limit Nolan Feller. He's already, as it is, a running back that's considered to be one of the best in the state. Combine that with the fact that he's also hungry for more touchdowns coming off the injury, and you have a big job to do if you're North Star, because Millard South succeeds when he gets going.
And your last one, how do they get the edge over Millard South?
Play risky. This is the playoffs. You have to have the give it your all or go home kind of mentality. Millard South has its ways of playing slow right out of the gates. It's going to take more than field goals to win this game. A shootout football game is what you need to be looking at.
Now going to the keys of the game for Millard South, and the first one is to establish the running game. Nolan Feller is back from a torn meniscus, not on the snap count at all, but they have had running back problems, especially with Gabe Brukin now been out for the year, and they're putting in Daxton Williams, who's going to be their running back too in this game, more of a power back. So if they can get the running game going, it's going to be really hard for North Star to stop them. That really was one of the reasons they won the first time. Gabe Brukin had a great game. Number 2 is strike first. We saw it last time the Navigators came to Buell Stadium. They had an opening touchdown on the kickoff. If Millard South can get on the board first, have 1, 2, 3 touchdowns, man, it'll be hard for the Navigators to come back. And really, if you're Millard South, you are focused on staying healthy. You've been hit with the injury bug more than any other team in all of Class A. Now number 3 is to take away North Star's rushing attack. That's Jordan Anderson. He's really the only thing that this North Star offense feels very confident in. A lot of their wide receivers, they're talented, but they're unknown. None of them have more than 200 yards receiving on the year. So if Millard South can stop Jordan Anderson like they did last time, it'll be hard for North Star to come in here and get the W. That's been the pregame report here at Millard South Media. Again, I'm Wilson Dittman, joined alongside Mason Steinhoff. We have about 10, 15 minutes until kickoff. We'll get that for you, and we'll be right back with you here on Millard South Media. It's going to be a great one, Mason.
For sure.
Yep, see you then. And North Star Navigators take the field. 5-4 in the regular season. They're ready to kick off playoff action. Millard South versus North Star is the only Class A going on at 4 o'clock except for the Elkhorn South game, which some Millard South fans might also be interested in, given that if both teams win their next two, they will face each other in the semifinals. And now the Millard South Patriots take the field, led out by Dylan Cool. They're ready to get this going. Enter Sandman is the walkout song. And here we go. The Millard South Patriots take the field to get ready for playoff action. The first round about to be underway. Dom Duggan fell on the field after walking out. Hopefully he'll have a big game for the Patriots. And we'll take a quick break. Kickoff underway here shortly. Welcome up to the booth. I'm Wilson Dittman, joined alongside my colored commentator Mason Steinhoff, and we are about to get this one underway. North Star and Millard South take the field. Millard South to kick this one off. They will elect to receive in the second half. And Mariel Bradford is back there to return for North Star.
And if you don't recall, he actually took the opening kickoff to the house on the first return. So we know what he can do, and let's see what happens here.
Yep, when North Star came to Buell Stadium about 2 months ago, the opening kickoff, he returned it to the house, and ever since that, Millard South dominated that ball game, but they're looking to have a very similar thing happen today. Both teams getting set. Nathan Thompson will be your kickoff man for the Patriots. Waiting until officially hits 4. The rest will not let him go until the clock goes all the way down.
Players trying to keep warm there out on the field.
Yeah, it is a chilly day here at Buell Stadium. About a week ago, we were looking at the weather, and they said it was going to be about 60 degrees. Has not turned out to be that. We're sitting about 45 degrees here. We'll be about 40 for about most of the game, and the winds are not any better. They're going straight south, 14 miles per hour. Refs are letting them go, and let's get this one underway. Nathan Thompson to kick off for Millard South. Chilly day here at Buell Stadium. The Gators, 5-4, going to receive. The kick is off, and let's get this one underway. It's a low kick. Got about the 10-yard line. Millard South trying to get him down, and they will. Still up, fighting for some extra yards, but Millard South all over it. A couple guys in on the play, including the senior Caleb Panowitz. They're going to mark that ball around the 17-yard line, and that's where North Star will start off. Dean Donaldson back at quarterback. They're going to get off to their star running back, Jordan Anderson. And Millard South all over. That's going to be a gain of nothing. A little counter there. Patriots sniff it out right away. That running game is going to be a big part of what North Star is going to try to do here today. If that doesn't work, they don't really have much more options. This Patriots defense is one of the best in all of Class A.
And it, of course, starts up front with the offensive line.
2nd and 10 for North Star. Motion pre-snap. They're going to get off to the running back once again. He's going to kick it to the outside. Trying to fight for some extra yards, and he will get a gain of about 7. So there's a little bit of burst from Jordan Anderson. And that's going to make it a 3rd down and manageable for this Gator offense.
It looked like the senior Caleb Panowitz was in on the tackle there.
They're going to mark that at the 26-yard line, so it's going to be a 3rd and 2. Must convert if you're Lincoln North Star. Gators trying to go quick. Crowd getting into it. And Dylan Cool looks like he jumped.
Got a little too excited.
That's going to be a first down for the Gators. I think he even slipped. He was showing blitz and slipped across the line of scrimmage. Not a very wet day out. Hasn't rained at all, but that'll happen sometimes with turf. So small mistakes, though, like we've talked about throughout the year, Mason, that Millard South has got to cut out around these times. So 1st down and 10 for the Gators. Dean Johnson, that quarterback, to give the snap to him. We'll give it off to Jordan Anderson once again, breaking to the left-hand side. Gets a gain of about 5, fighting for some extra yards. He'll be marked around the 39-yard line for a gain of 8. So Jordan Anderson with 2 really nice runs to the outside. He almost has about as much rushing yards as he did last time he came to Buell Stadium, about 17 yards.
And talking about Jordan Anderson more, on this Gator team, for sure an argument that he's performed the best and that he's made the most plays. I mean, it shows on paper, 586 all-purpose yards on the year.
2nd down and short for North Star. See if they keep feeding Anderson. They will not. Donaldson looking back to pass, looks to the right-hand side, gives off to his receiver, Davis. He'll get a gain of nothing. Thomas Davis bottled up by the secondary. DeLon Jones in on the tackle for the Patriots. And Thomas Davis, one of these guys that North Star likes to get going in the receiving game, along with Michael Hunter and Maurice Purify. See if we can see some of these guys getting going today. Third down and 1. Under 10 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Still getting it going. Trips to the near side for the Gators. One receiver to the far. Jordan Anderson in the backfield. Dean Donaldson in at quarterback. Motion pre-snap. Donaldson snaps it, gives off to running back Anderson. Fighting for that, and he will not get it. He's going to be about a yard short, and that's a stand by the D-line of Millard South. I think it's a go-for-it situation if you're North Star, right, Mason?
Yeah, I would assume so. You know, you have to come out firing on all cylinders, and like I was saying, this is the playoffs, so got to make something happen.
One of our keys to the game was for North Star to play a bit risky. Here on a 4th down and 1, they're not going to do it. Punting crew comes out. Of course, you got to watch for a fake. Marion Jackson is the return man. Dangerous when he gets room to run. Good snap, good hold, low kick. That's just going to take a little bit of a North Star roll. Marked around the 37-yard line, and that's where Jet Tamala, Nolan Feller, and the Millard South offense will shut up stop for the first drive of the game. Jet Tamala been one of the best quarterbacks in all of Class A, only a sophomore. And you know how impressive this Patriots team is defensively. It's just as good on the offensive side. Strong set here for Millard South to start off. Nolan Feller in the backfield. They'll get off to him the right-hand side. Breaks one tackle. He'll be down around the 43-yard line. Trying to bounce to the outside. North Star did a good job to get him down. Nolan Feller really dangerous in space. Can make a couple men miss. Doesn't do that there. Looking for the Patriots receiver core to break out today. Dom Duggan just checked in. A guy who really needs to get going. Trips in the near side look. Just Tamala again, the call from the sideline. Looking to pass, look at his right-hand side. Fakes the screen pass, now over to Nolan Feller on the left-hand side in the flat. Gets the first down. He's trying to fight for some extra yardage. He will not, but the first down is achieved. And Millard South gets their first of the game. And that's something Millard South will do to you a couple times. Fake screen pass to the right-hand side, and then they'll get one to the left. Watch out for that play call, especially when there's two backs in the backfield. 5 wide look here for Millard South. Nolan Feller with the motion. They fake it to him. Ian Langer's going to take it, the backup quarterback, fighting for some extra yards. That's a gain about 5.
Ian Langer, of course, a player that brings physicality with him every time. You know, he runs it up the field.
And Ian Langer, I mean, I really love the play call. He's a guy we've been calling for to get more snaps. Physical runner, dual threat quarterback. He's a guy that can definitely be utilized in this offense. Jetchamala back in that quarterback. He'll take the snap, get off to running back Nolan Feller. He'll get the first down, trying to push the pile, and he'll be marked around the 40-yard line for another first down.
Nolan Feller with another example of how good he just gets off to the races right away. Just bullied through that gap there. Millard South in shotgun, trips to the near side, trips to the far, one to the near. One guy coming in motion. Tamala takes the snap, sets back. In trouble. He gets wrapped up around the 35-yard line. Second 5 of 6 minutes ago in the first.
2nd and 5 for Millard South. Trying to keep the drive going. Gives off to Feller. He'll get the first down, breaks to the outside. He'll be right around the line to get. I don't think they're going to give it to him, so that'll be a 3rd down and inches.
North Star did a good job of getting by the offensive line, but Nolan Feller just too quick. Ran right past him up the middle.
Trips to the far side. Look for Millard South. 3rd down and 1. They'll get off to the running back again. Nolan Feller pushing for it. And they're going to give it to him, so that'll be a first down for Millard South. Really quick, we're having some score bug issues. We'll have that fixed very soon here at Millard South Media. But for the meantime, we will keep you updated with the time. First down and 10 for Millard South. Snaps to Mala. Fakes the handoff. Rolling to his right-hand side. Trying to find a man. Now bullets into Amara Jackson. Incomplete. A little bit behind him. Was a little bit action after the ball was down. There's a flag on the field, but that's nowhere near the play.
Millard South is moving back after the penalty.
Yeah, I think it was a holding penalty on the Patriots. First down and 15. 5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Again, we're having some score bug issues. We'll have that fixed very quickly. For now, we will tell you what's going on. Another flag pre-snap. I think that's going to go on the Patriots again. And yep, it'll be a false start. That'll back them up another 5 yards.
Early movement that Millard South just cannot afford.
So now a first down and 20 for the Patriots. But we should remind our viewers that Millard South just has a dangerous offense. They can get yards very quick, especially with Amara Jackson over the top. Even with the running back Nolan Feller, would not be surprised if they cut this 20-yard deficit in half here on this first play. Snap over to Namal. They'll give it to the running back Nolan Feller. He'll get nothing. Great play by the defender of North Star. Looks like that was number 41. That's Justin Baum. He made a great tackle on Nolan Feller. That's hard to do with one of the best running backs in all of Class A.
All around, just a great job of wrapping Feller up.
So now a second down and 19. Getting the call from the sideline. 5 wide look for the Patriots. Snaps the ball, looking to his right-hand side. Now rolling, has plenty of time in the pocket. There is a flag on the field. He's going to run. Now the 30, dancing, and he'll be down at the 24-yard line.
And I think this may possibly be coming back, Wilson.
Yeah, I think that'll go on Millard South. It was in the backfield. Usually when there is a flag there, yep, and they're walking back. So I think that's going to be a hold. And, man, these penalties, which we've seen kind of all year for Millard South, especially in the later half, are killing them right now. Yep, it will go on Millard South holding. That's going to set up a second down and about 30 from midfield.
Both offenses out to slow starts so far in this one.
Nolan Feller rushing attempt here. Trucks him, man. He'll be down at the 33-yard line. Good job there by Nolan Feller. And he shows you he's not just an elusive back. He can put his head down and get some extra yards with a truck. Third and 14. Ball to 33. To receive it to the right-hand side, to the left. Getting the call from the sideline. Must convert for Millard South. I don't think you're in field goal territory, even with the wind helping out. Pistol look, looking back to pass, looking to the right-hand side. Dumps off to his running back, Nolan Feller. Still up, cuts inside, and he'll be about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And now you have a decision to make if you're Millard South. Do you send out the kicker, Nathan Thompson, or you're going to keep the offense back on? And they are going to try a field goal.
windy day. That might be a factor. It's going to be a factor.
But the wind is helping them out, and it's a almost perfect south wind. So this will be about a 43-yard field goal, one of the longest Nathan Thompson has attempted in his entire career. Good snap, good hole, kick is up. It's going to get there, and it is in. Nathan Thompson drills it for the first score of the game. Millard South with an answer, and they're up 3-0 against the Navigators. We'll take a quick break with you here on Millard South Media. Millard South retakes the field off an opening kickoff. An opening field goal. 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Let's see how North Star responds. Now, if you're North Star, I would take that as a win. Usually Millard South in their first drive, they go down, score a touchdown. That's what happened last game. The Gators came into Beal Stadium. Squib kick. It's going to be picked up. He has room to run around the outside, and he'll be tackled at the 50-yard line. He just picked it off and went. That's Braden Sunken, their starting wide receiver. So North Star is going to have great field position around the 50-yard line. You don't see that happen too much with the pooch kick. Millard South has went to it all year long. But it works in the favor of the Gators here. Offense coming on for the Gators. Really no success in their first time out. 1 first down, and that was only due to a Millard South penalty. Henderson in the backfield. They're going to give a jet sweep off to number 4. Millard South will get him around the marker. That's Camden Creaser. So gain of nothing. Adam Pugh in on the tackle. That's another guy that Millard South really likes to get going. And only a junior. This D-line is going to be just as good. They feel really, really confident about the future of it. 2nd down and 10 for the Gators. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jordan Anderson in the backfield. Motion pre-snap from Purify. Looking back to pass. Look at his left-hand side. Bullets it in there. That'll be dropped. Dylan Cool in on the tackle. We know Dylan Cool can play a little bit after the whistle. Refs don't call anything there. I think that's why you should do it. It's now a 3rd down and 10 at midfield. Must convert this if you're North Star. See what they do. Dean Johnson in at quarterback. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Millard South jumped. Aiden Miller. Think about Harper Rutan jumped at the exact same time. So that'll push North Star into Millard South territory and make this a lot more manageable. About a 3rd and 5.
These lines just being antsy right now. You know, it's cold. They want to start moving around, but there's things that cannot happen.
Third down and 5. Millard South showing blitz. Delch takes a step, looking to pass. Left-hand side, nothing there. Now fires in the middle of the field. That's going to be picked off by Nazir Dejunu. Now at the 40, trying to break a tackle. He will not. There is a flag on the field. It happened after the INT. And that is an answer from this defense. That's Nazir's first pick of the year.
And it looked like they threw the flag where Laquana and Donaldson were at, around 40-yard line.
So it will go on Millard South, but because it happened after the INT, will only push them back, but the offense will still take the field for the Patriots. So that is an answer. Just not a very good pass from Dean Donaldson. Looked to his left-hand side, had nothing there, just fired it in the middle. Trying to get sunken, just overthrew him. And because of it, the Patriots have the football back. Only a 3-0 game. Millard South trying to extend their lead, make it a 2-possession. They're going to get off to Nolan Feller to start off this drive. Pushing forward. He'll be down for a gain of about 5. Happy to report that our scorebook issues are fixed. Minute left to go here in the first quarter. Millard South not really been going tempo like they usually have been. Pistol formation. Motion pre-snap from DeLon Jones. They're going to give it off on a pitch to Nolan Feller. He'll get the first down, breaks a tackle. They just wrapped him up around the legs. If it weren't for that, Nolan Feller would still be going. I think this will be the last snap of the first quarter. About 20 seconds left to go. Heavy set look, another pistol formation for Millard South. First down and 10. Motion from Dylan Cool to give it off to Nolan Feller, get up the middle. He'll be tripped up, but still will get a gain of about 2. And that'll be the end of the first quarter here on Millard South Media. The Patriots up 3-0 against North Star, looking to formulate a drive to get this to a 2-score lead. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you. And welcome back to Millard South Media. The Patriots have a 3-0 lead against North Star, looking to start a drive. Pitch off to Nolan Feller, trying to find room on the outside. Now cuts it back in. Trying to fight for the marker. They're going to get him a yard short. Nolan Feller's been successful on the ground, but really just hasn't had that big chunk play that we've been ready for him to have. Nonetheless, it will be a 3rd down and 1. Second quarter just underway here at Buell Stadium. Millard South trying to have a statement victory. Move on to the next round. Pistol formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Motion pre-snap from Dylan Cool. They're going to give it off to Nolan Feller up the middle. He'll get the first down and a little bit more. Gain of about 3, so first down and 10 now in Gator territory. First down and 10 for Millard South. Mason, what have you seen out there so far?
Well, you know, it's kind of been slow starts from these offenses, just looking for someone, you know, score a touchdown here. See if it happens on this drive for South.
Yeah, let's see if Amario Jackson can get going. Nolan Feller Big play potential in that backfield. Motion pre-snap here from DeLon Jones. Looking off the pass. Fakes it to DeLon Jones. Now looking downfield. He'll just spike it in the dirt. Intended receiver was Dylan Cool. Really good coverage downfield from the Gators. Nothing was available.
And it was number 81, Isaac Rabago, who almost got Jamal for the sack there.
So second down and 10. 10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Marion Jackson on that left-hand side. Let's see if he can get going. And they're going to be a timeout. Notice I've been kind of confused here since we started off the second quarter. We'll take a quick break. And welcome back to Millard South Media. 10:44 left to go here in the first half. Patriots trying to get a drive going. Snap to Tamal. They're going to get off to Nolan Feller. Room to run. He's going to break it to the outside. Now at the 30. Jukes him, man. Still up, and he'll be down around the 22-yard line. That was that chunk play we've been waiting to see from Nolan Feller. And really, he just was untouched for the most part of it. Great blocking.
Yeah, Nolan Feller, a senior that averages 7.4 yards a carry, so.
Showing you there right on that play. Now he checks out of the game. Daxton Williams is your running back. See if they give it to him here. Screen pass over to DeLon Jones. Has some room to run on the outside. At the 20, he'll be out of bounds around the 16. So nice gain of about 5. Millard South just really successful in all parts of offense. You don't need to get all those yards right away. Those little dink and dunk screen passes have been successful for him all year long. Second down and about 5 for the Patriots inside the red zone. Daxton Williams in the backfield. They'll fake it to him. They get off to Dylan Cool in the flat. There is a flag thrown, but for the meantime, he has the first down. Millard South has been susceptible to a lot of penalties so far.
Yeah, I think it's on DeLon Jones. He's getting corrected by his coaches down there right now.
And those are just drive killers. We saw it the first time they went down the field. They had a second down and 30, and that was the reason they settled for a field goal. It was all said and done, and the same thing seems to be happening here. That'll be a holding on DeLon Jones, so that's going to set up a second down and 15. Again, there's a lot of things that Millard South has to clean up as a team. Again, it's these penalties, these small mistakes. You're going to play better teams every single round, especially in the playoffs. Again, next week you're going to play Gretna again or Omaha North. We know both teams are stacked with talent. You got to clean these up. It's now or never to clean these up. It's time to stop playing games here and really lock in.
It's a postseason. Every play counts.
Every play counts. Second down and 13. Dittman takes snap, look at his right-hand side to pass. Now looks to his left. Plenty of time in the pocket. Fires it down the field to Isaac Jensen. Jump ball. He'll get it for the touchdown. The 6'5 receiver strikes first like lightning in Millard South with the first touchdown of the game.
And another example of a Millard South receiver, elevating themselves bringing the football down.
That 6'5" player plays basketball. All you have to do is chuck it up to him and see what he can do. That's a good way to get in the scoreboard. Nathan Thompson in on the PAT. A little bit of a low snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. And now the lead is extended to 10-0 here at Buell Stadium. We'll take a quick break here on Millard South Media. And welcome back to Millard South Media. 10 minutes left to go here in the first half, and Millard South goes down their second drive for the first touchdown of the game. Jump ball to Isaac Jensen. That'll do it. And now really, it seems like this is a must-score drive in any facet possible for the Gator offense. Another pooch kickoff from Nathan Thompson. Will not be fair caught, but he'll have trouble with it. Breaks one tackle, breaks inside. He's going to be down around the 26-yard line. Those pooch kicks can be a killer. It's hard to field them. And a lot of times you can see some muff kick returns.
Yeah, they have a lot of airtime, and they allow for Millard South to get down there fast and swarm whoever's returning.
Dean Donaldson, Jordan Anderson, and the Gator offense retake the field for their third drive. Really have had no success so far. Had really good field position last time they were on the field, but nothing for it.
Yeah, Jordan Anderson, not on point so far today, has got to get there.
They'll get it off to him. Breaks one tackle, finds the outside. Still up. Trying to find an extra yard, and he'll get the first down, and that just shows you how shifty of a back he is. Spin, fighting. He will not go down. Took about 5 Millard South Patriots to bring him down, and that was after they got the first down on the play.
Yeah, you want to continue to see that from him if they want to beat a team like Millard South and stun the rest of the state.
Donaldson getting the call from the sideline. Two to the right, one to the left. See if they can get a guy like Thomas Davis going in the receiving game. Donaldson takes a snap, gives off to his running back. Trying to find some yards, and Millard South is all over it this time. Jair Laquana, Aiden Miller in on the tackle. Another guy who was in there was Adam Pugh. He's been having a great game so far. And they feel really good about him and Harper Rutan commanding this D-line next year. They will be seniors. Gators going slow. That's really what you need to do against a high-paced Millard South offense. Second down and 10. Dalton takes a snap, looking to throw. Left-hand side, nothing there. Now fires up to Davis, and that'll be out of bounds. No chance. Good coverage in the play by Javante Walker. Now a third down, a little bit unmanageable, Mason. How does North Star get the first down?
Well, since it's third and long, they're probably going to air it out here, I would have to assume. Maybe try looking for Maurice Purify down the field.
Yeah, he's right there on the left-hand side. Let's see if they can even get Jordan Anderson involved, maybe in the flat, see if he can do the rest. Third down and 10 for North Star. Donaldson takes a snap, looking to throw. Look to his right-hand side. Now trying to scramble, and Millard South in on the sack. And that was Adam Pugh. We've been calling his name. And, man, is he having a good first half for Millard South. third drive and third punt for this North Star offense, and Amarion Jackson will be back there to return. Again, he is a playmaker. If he can get that in open field, he might be gone. Under 8 minutes left to go here at Buell Stadium in the first half. Patriots have a 10-0 lead. Good snap to the punter. Millard South almost got there on the block. He'll take a bounce to Amarion Jackson. He'll pick it up. Spins off one defender, but he'll be down at the 19-yard line, and that's where Jet Tamala on the Patriot offense will set up shop for the third drive of the game. So Millard South will start off their drive at the 19-yard line. Snaps it to Molly. He's going to look to pass. Gives off to Nolan Feller in the flat. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to fight for extra yards. He's still up around the outside. Spins. He'll get a gain of about 6 when it's all said and done. That's a tenacity there by Feller.
In tackles, you just have to make if you're North Star. You cannot let him do that.
Second down and 3 for the Patriots. Ball marked to the 26-yard line, looking to go down the field and get another score. Pistol look for Millard South. They'll get off to Nolan Feller again. He's going to fight for that marker to gain. He will get it. About 1 yard extra, so that'll be a first down for Millard South. First down and 10. Under 7 minutes left to go here in the first half. If you're just joining us, I'm Wilson Dittman, joined alongside my partner Mason Steinhoff on the call for this first round matchup. Jamal takes a snap. Play action look. Dylan Cool is open in the flat. They'll give it to him. He'll get the first down. Along the outside. Still up. 40, 35. Still in bounds. 20, 15, 10, 5. Fighting for the pylon. He won't get there. And a great job by Dylan Cool to tiptoe his way along the sideline and get those extra yards, and he'll go the distance, but just can't get in the end zone.
There was nowhere even near Dylan Cool there. Something you have to make adjustments if you're North Star. You cannot let that happen.
Something to notice, Jared Laquana is in the ball game. Turning defensive tackle for Millard South. I think they're going to do maybe a tush push here. And they will. They'll get off to Nolan Feller on a direct snap. And they're going to say he's in. Wow, that is an impressive play call. Direct snap. Have blockers in front of there at that fullback position. That'll be a touchdown for Millard South. One of the more creative play calls we've seen in all of Class A this year, Mason.
Bringing in a guy like Jared Laquana, smart move.
Now the PAT crew is in the ball game with 6 minutes left to go. Good snap, good hole. Kick is up, and the kick is true. The Patriots extend their lead to 17-0 at Buell Stadium. We're going to take a quick break with you here at Millard South Media. And welcome back to Millard South Media. Patriots take the field off of another touchdown by Nolan Feller. Pooch kickoff there from Nathan Thompson, trying to get under it. And it goes out of bounds. The flag will be called. So they're going to mark that football at the 35-yard line, and that's where North Star will start off their drive. Mason, what have you seen out there so far?
You know, Millard South kind of got off to a slow start, but of course, they've had some big plays happen. Dylan Cool, that big, the little toss-off pass from Tamala, making it work. And then J.R. Laquana coming in to help the offense. Really interesting there, and it worked.
North Star takes the field. They're going to get off to Jordan Anderson around the outside. Trying to find room to run. Kane Nolan trying to drag him down. He'll just get out of bounds. Wrong the line of scrimmage. So gain of, let's call it 1 for a 2nd and 9. And Jordan Anderson really has not got going so far. Had a couple nice runs in the first couple drives, but not that chunk play ability we know he's capable of. And really, if Millard South continues to corral him, it'll be hard for the Gators to fight back in this ball game. Let's see what Dean Donaldson can do in the passing game. Has thrown 1 pick so far. They'll get the snap to him. Look at his left-hand side to pass. Fires up to Davis. Just didn't get his head back in time to see the ball was thrown. Physical coverage there from Javante Walker. I think that was uncatchable anyways. They weren't going to call a flag. Now we're looking at a 3rd down and 10. Really, I feel like I'm saying this every single drive for the Navigators, but you have got to convert this, keep the drive going and get some points, especially against a high-powered Millard South offense. They're not looking to let up.
A chance for North Star here to make this game a little more interesting than it has been.
Heavy set look here for the Gators. Dean Donaldson at quarterback. Jordan Anderson is your running back. Motion pre-snap, looking to pass. Right-hand side. Then the pass rush is in on the play. J.R. Laquana brought him down. And that is an answer from Millard South. They brought pressure, and they got to him. Tried to step up in the pocket. Nothing was there. Now they're going to be punting for the 4th time. So J.R. Laquana and Tegan Urbon, great play on defense, and that'll force the offense of Millard South to come on the field.
The defensive line showing up as they have all season long.
Millard South trying to get there to block it. They will not. Really high punt. Bouncing to around the 45-yard line. It'll get to about the 40, and that's where Jet Tamala, the offense of Millard South, was set up for potentially their last drive of the first half. We're going to take a quick break with you here on Millard South Media. Five minutes left to go here in the first half. Millard South retaking the field. They'll get off to Nolan Feller on the jet sweep. He'll get a loss of about 2. Should be noted that Ian Langer is in the ball game, the backup quarterback. Just a designed option.
Got to give a lot of credit to number 41, Justin Baum, the senior for North Star there.
And that's the 2nd time he's made a really good play behind the sticks. He came to play for the Gators. 2nd down and 13. We've been waiting for the Patriots to air this ball out with success. Really about 2 good plays in the air. One of Dylan Cool, kind of a dump-off pass, and he did the rest. And the one he just threw it up to Isaac Jensen in the end zone. Let's see if they can get a Marion Jackson going. Snaps the ball. There will be a flag pre-snap. Or no, that'll be a timeout on Millard South.
Coach Wisdom not happy, looking to refocus something here.
So we'll take a quick break. Check out the corner kick, Millard's best Sparge bar. Located just down the street at 138th and P. It offers Omaha's best fajitas, phenomenal street tacos, and a private party room. Locally owned by Millard residents who proudly support Millard South Athletics. Next time you want excellent food at a great price, visit the Corner Kick at 138th and P. And it should be noted that the Millard South media crew is going to go to the Corner Kick after this game, have a little bit of a chow down after hopefully a win for Millard South. Now to our next sponsor, Erickson Cedarstrom. Providing you 55 years of legal excellence. Please contact them over at Erickson Cedarstrom, specifically Dan Dittman. Now back to this ball game. Patriots taking the field on a 2nd down and 13. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Jamal takes a snap, looking to pass on his right-hand side. Steps up in the pocket. Now he decides to run. Dancing. He'll just fall down for a gain of about 4. And that'll set up a 3rd down and 6.
Jet Tamala, pro-style quarterback, but when he needs to use his legs, he can. And I would have liked to see him hit the outside there. He might have picked up some more yardage. Too much dancing.
Five wide look on 3rd and 6. Jetjamal looking to pass on his right-hand side. Fires in the Ramara Jackson. That'll go out of bounds. And now you have a decision to make still in your own territory. Are you going to bring the punting crew on the field? Still have yet to see anything from the sideline. And we know Coach Wisdom's been the gambling type, and he'll just opt to punt this one away. First punt of the game for Millard South.
Patriots with a comfortable 17-0 lead.
J.C. Sievers and Camden Creaser back to return. Ben Menashe with the punt. Going to take a little bit of a favorable Millard South bounce, but not really at all. Against the wind. That'll be marked around the 34-yard line with 3 minutes left to go in the first half. The Gators have got to go down the field and score. So let's set the stage for you so far. Millard South has scored on every single offensive drive except for last one, and North Star with only 2 first downs so far. Man, I mean, you've got to go down, find something that works. Jordan Anderson has kind of been bottled up. Should be noted he's not in the game right now. J.C. Sievers is their running back. Wonder why that is. So here's where North Star starts off their drive. They're going to get off to Sievers. And they're all over it. Aiden Miller made that happen. Big TFL there for the big man.
J.C. Sievers, a player that every so often quietly makes some noise, but surely has room for improvement.
Second down and 11.
North Star taking their time.
Gators with all 3 timeouts left. Trips to the far side, one receiver to the near. Sievers is your back. Dean Dowson still in at quarterback. Motion pre-snap. They'll get a snap to Donaldson. Little comeback route. And it'll be dropped by number 24. That's Cameron Collins.
A little bit of a dangerous throw. Kanan Olin almost got a hand on the ball.
And it's those small errors from North Star. A couple drops already. You can't have that go on. Now you have a 3rd down and almost unmanageable against this Patriots defense, which has been lights out so far.
And once again, Wilson, we're sitting here saying they have to convert.
Absolutely.
Here.
2 minutes 30 left to go. Donaldson takes it out, looking to pass. Pass rush is there. He avoids it for now. Incomplete pass, but there is a flag on the field. I think that will go on North Star and will be declined by the Patriots. Yep, holding on North Star. That'll set up a 4th down and 12. And the punting crew will take the field for their 5th punt of the game so far. And really just not the first half you would have imagined if you're North Star. You really wanted to get something going.
Man, this Patriots defense is showing you why they're the number 2 seed right now. Shut them out. There is a flag. I think it's going to be a delayed game. They'll back them up 5 yards. Took a little bit too long getting the punting crew out. I'll give them a little bit more room to punt. So now Amarion Jackson back to return. We've really been waiting for him to have a big one. Only one return touchdown this entire year, and that was against Lincoln East. It's going to take a favorable North Star bounce with the wind, and it'll keep rolling. And when it's all said and done, it'll be marked to the 22-yard line with 2:15 left to go. And on the screen right now, we have Throne Cam bundle up in his cruiser. I wonder what he's thinking right now, up 17-0 against the Gators. He's got to be a happy man, right, Mason?
That's right.
Now going back to this one. Kind of have a decision to make. Do you keep the foot on the gas, or do you play it safe, just a couple carries and head to half, 17-0. Motion pre-snap. They'll get off to Nolenfeller on a pitch. Working on the right-hand side. Still up, now finding back in. He'll get a gain of about 7 for a 2nd down and 3. Nolenfeller, man, he is just hard to bring down. It takes a couple guys to get him and push him out. It's not a very big back, only 5'6". But, man, I mean, does he have a strong legs? He can keep those churning.
Gators just have to do a better job wrapping him up.
So he goes out of bounds. Clock is not running with 2 minutes left to go. Two receivers to the top, one to the near side on the motion. They'll get off to Feller again. He'll get the 1st down. Breaking inside, still up. He's going to be tackled. Hard hit, 38-yard line. Patriots trying to go tempo. Shotgun look for Millard South. Tamala takes a snap. They'll get off to Nolenfeller once again up the middle. Spinning his way for a gain of about 5. Again, clock is still running. Patriots with only 1 timeout. Minute 30 now. Feller gets his 3rd consecutive carry, and that'll be bottled up for nothing. And now would not be surprised if North Star tried to be aggressive and take a timeout. I think they're just content letting the clock run and trying to get the Patriots off the field and go to half. So 3rd down and 3 for Millard South. Two receivers to the right-hand side, one to the left. Tamala takes a snap. He'll get off to Feller again. No, he pitches it off to DeLund Jones along the outside. He'll get the 1st down. Has blockers in front of him. He'll get a gain and a 1st down. So the clock will stop with 45 seconds left. First down and 10 for the Patriots. Patriots taking their time, getting some calls from the sideline. Trips to the near side, one to the far. Feller is your back, and Jet Tamala has been your quarterback all game long. He takes a snap, loses left-hand side to pass. Plenty of time in the pocket. Now fires it into Ramara Jackson. He just drops it. In and out of the hands. I think sometimes when you're a receiver, you look ahead of yourself a little too much. He was thinking about making a move on the defender rather than catching the football.
Something you really rarely see from a player like Amarion Jackson.
Amarion Jackson is not a great first half. Not what you expect from a receiving leader in the state.
Yeah, they have yet to get him going here.
Uncharacteristic. 2nd down and 10 with 40 seconds left to go. Pistol formation for Millard South. Tamala takes a snap, looking to pass. Has Noel fell off the flat. He'll pass it up. Fires into Jalon Jones, way too high. 3rd down and 10 now. 3rd down and 10. And Patriots taking all the time they need. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. 5 wide. Trips to the near side, 2 to the far. Ball takes a snap, looking to pass. Now he'll step up in the pocket. And he'll get down for a sack. That's number 91, Dominic Clamuro. And the clock will stop at 28 seconds. Now if you're Millard South, I think you have no choice but to punt this one away. Hope to get 1 or 2 stops on defense and go to halftime like you are right now. We're going to take a quick break with you here on Millard South Media. Offense is still out there for Millard South. Trying to go for it on a 4th down and long. Tamala takes us down, looking to pass. Playing time in the pocket. Rifles into Isaac Jensen. He'll get the 1st down and a little bit more. And that's what you need to do to your 6'5 receivers. Throw it up and let them do the rest. Patriots with no timeouts, trying to go tempo. Clock is now running. 20 seconds left to go here in the first half. Tamala takes a snap. Fires up to Isaac Jensen on the fade, and that'll be way too far, so the clock will stop with 13 seconds left to go.
Millard South will have a couple more opportunities to get it into the end zone.
And now you don't really have any time to get tackled inbounds. It's either a quick pass out of bounds or firing to the end zone. Quick score update here from Elkhorn South, the other Class A game going on right now. And they have the lead over Papio South, 21-zip. That'll be about to be halftime. Back to this one, 13 seconds left to go. Tamal takes a snap. He's playing time in the pocket, now dumps it off. Nolan Feller gets it run around the outside. He'll get out of bounds with 7 seconds left to go. He will not get close to the line to get, so that'll be a 3rd down and 5. And really, if you're Millard South, I think you have one shot to the end zone. You have Dominic Duggan in there on the left-hand side. See if you can get him going. Maybe Isaac Jensen, or maybe even Amari Jackson. And then all else fails, get Nathan Thompson on there.
But
see the kick goes.
But it would be hard. The wind not in his favor if he would go on to kick a field goal.
Yeah, there is a south wind, so that would be going against him. Here we go, 3rd down and 4. Big play in this ball game. They're just going to give it off to the running back, Nolan Feller. He's trying to get out of bounds along the outside. And he will do just that with 1 second left to go in the first half. The scoreboard here at Buell says there's 0 seconds left, but the refs are signaling 1. He was clearly out of bounds in time. Coach Wisdom's not happy about it. He signaled up here in the press box, was not happy about the timekeeper, but yep, there will be 1 second left to go. So Nathan Thompson trying to extend this lead to 20. Crowd getting into it. The wind is against him. This will be about a 36-yard field goal for the kicker. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. And the kick is good for Nathan. Oh, nope. It is off. Far left there from Nathan Thompson. Fooled even us up here in the press box. So the score will be as it is, 17-0 going into halftime.
Missed opportunity to score some points.
So we will be right back with you here on Millard South Media in about 10 minutes for a halftime show, and then we'll be back for the second half. So don't go away here on Millard South Media. And welcome into the halftime show presented to you by Millard South Media. The Patriots up 17-0 against the North Star Navigators. And really, man, it's kind of been a defensive battle, but Millard South is on top right now. And if Marlon Jackson can get going in the second half, I think this one will be over by the fourth quarter. We'll go back to the game, but let's go into the playoffs right now. What's going on in all of Class A? All these games start at 7 today except for Elkhorn South versus Papio South. We would like to report that Elkhorn South is up 28-0 against their counterpart in Papio right now at halftime. So something to tune in on, but it looks like Elkhorn South is taking care of business. Some of the other games that are interesting around the Metro tonight, Papio La Vista and Bellevue West. That's a great game at that 8 and 9. You also have Millard North versus Millard West, the rivalry of Millard. And that will be here at Buell Stadium after we're done. So check out that game on Strive for Millard West. They gave us a shout-out about 2 weeks ago. So I'd like to thank Logan Mosley over there at Millard West for giving us a shout-out. So we'll give them a shout-out here on the halftime show. So definitely watch them over there at Strive. Going to Gretna versus Omaha North. Whoever wins that game will be here at Buell Stadium, assuming Millard South wins this one. So definitely something to watch there. Let's get into our predictions, though, at Millard South Media, how this will end up turning out. So we have Westside taking on Creighton Prep and getting that done. Not really. I don't think that's that controversial of a take. You got Papio La Vista losing to Bellevue West at home. Bellevue West gets Isaiah Morris back. They've been a different team since they've been healthy. Millard North gets the upset against Millard West. That game was really close the first time around. Two evenly matched teams are really Millard South. Millard West, they've been kind of waiting to have an upset all year long, and I think this is the time where they finally do get upset. Then you have Gretna getting it done against Omaha North. They'll play Millard West or Millard South next week. Now going on to the second round, Westside takes business against Bellevue West. Then we have Kearney winning against Millard North. And then Millard South takes care of business. They're going to go to the semifinals and play Lincoln East. That is the big storyline. So Lincoln East gets two straight upsets. First against Lincoln Southeast. They got the win the first time around. And they go to Elkhorn South. That's our prediction, that they'll go down there and win it. That's a really talented Lincoln East squad. And then the state title, Westside versus Millard South. I mean, two of the best teams in all of Class A. We know that Westside won the first time around, but really Millard South, the first time they played them, they proved that they're the number 2 team. And honestly, I think if they play a game, that game will be even closer, especially if it is at neutral site at Memorial Stadium. So that's been the halftime report here at Buell Stadium. And really, again, going back to this ball game, tight one, 17-0. I think Millard South really thought that they'd be more so in this than they already have been. They thought that they'd probably be up about 30 going into halftime. But really, if you get a Marlon Jackson going, Nolan Feller already with over 100 yards rushing in this one. Isaac Jensen with 42 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. I mean, let's look at the offensive statistics in general. Millard South has about 300 yards of offense. North Star with only 14. This defense has been spectacular. The press box over here, these guys are going crazy. They're really excited about that. So this defense has been awesome for Millard South. They keep it going in the second half. We're going to be looking at a game next week here at Buell Stadium. And again, that will be on Millard South Media at 7 p.m. We'll be taking on either Gretna or Omaha North, assuming this game stays as is and Millard South gets the win. So that's been the halftime report here at Millard South Media. They got the little alternate cam going on. I just saw that. Oh, my goodness. So we'll be right back for the second half. Let's go. Everybody is getting excited here in the press box. They have Kanye West rolling. Let's get this one underway here at Millard South Media. We have an alternative shot. Look at that, guys. This is the whole team here at Millard South Media. You got me there on the right-hand side. All the people doing camera. Got Jonathan just looking over everybody, you know, being the boss. Got Tate Williams producing. And we'll give a special shout-out to everybody once the stream is over. But let's get to the second half here on Millard South Media. 17-0 is your score. The Patriots going to get the ball to start off this second half. Max Kleppinger to kick off with the wind. It's a low kick. Thought it might have went out of bounds, but just barely gets in the end zone. Lights are coming on here at Buell Stadium. But the sun's starting to go down. So Mason, what have you seen out there so far? We kind of talked about the halftime report, 17-0 ball game. Millard South defense has been stifling. What have you seen?
Well, North Star, you know, they haven't been converting when they've needed to, and it's just if they want to get back into this ball game, they have to make those crucial conversions. And for Millard South, they're doing everything. They're doing everything they need to do to be comfortable right now, Wilson.
So they do end up saying the ball went out of bounds before it reached the end zone. So Millard South will start off at the 35. Get off to Nullifer on the first play. Breaks free. Now go to the outside. Gets the first down and more. That's a gain of about 23 yards on the first play of the second half. Noah Feller, he has such great bursts. Went almost untouched until they ended up ripping him down. So now into North Star territory on the second play of the second half.
That's what you like to see.
Trips to the far side. They'll get off to Noah Feller again, and this time North Star's all over it. Still gets a gain of about 3 on the play. Patriots going slow. Really don't need to go tempo here in the second half. And with the touchdown here, they really be in control. Snaps the ball. They'll get off to Feller once more. Fighting for that marker. He'll be about 3 yards short. So that'll set up a third down and about 3. Millard South been shotgun almost all of this game. Don't see this team go under center very much. Trips to the near side now. See if they can get Isaac Jensen going to the passing game. Still have yet to see Mario Jackson. Here snaps the ball. They'll get off to Feller for the 5th time in a row. Nope, he'll keep it himself on the zone reel. He'll juke a man now at the 15, and he'll get down, at the 17.
Smart move. You want to stay healthy.
Jetamala does a great job going down, but that really fooled us. We haven't seen too many zone reads by Jetamala all year long. Usually they'll put an Ian Langer to run that. But again, he has some wheels when he needs to use them. So that'll be first down in the red zone. Trips to the near side for Millard South. Has been running it all so far this drive. Now they'll do a little dump off to DeLon Jones in the flat. Get a game about 5 now on the outside. Another first down for the Patriots now inside the 10.
Millard South looking like they've made really great adjustments from that first half.
And really, if you're Millard South, you're looking to get in the end zone here and potentially be at a point to put in your backups. Get off to Feller again. Nope, Jetamala keeps himself on the zone read for a gain of about 2. So that time it wasn't really there. Gets wrapped up. They'll set up second and goal.
It's something North Star has done well this game. They've made Tamala scramble a lot. I mean, he hasn't been able to, just sit comfortably in the pocket every single play. So you got to give them credit for that.
Second down and goal for the Patriots. We're running it about every single play except for some dump-off passes on this drive. They'll get off to Feller up the middle, and he'll just fall forward at about the 2-yard line. And really, Millard South has been aggressive all year long. This is 4-down territory inside the 5. Don't expect them to bring out Nathan Thompson if North Star does, in fact, get the stop. Jared Laquana checking in the ball game. We saw a look from him earlier where they gave a direct snap to Nolan Feller. I think that's what they're going to do again here, Mason.
I was just thinking to myself if they were going to put him back in the game. See what happens here.
Jetchamal is under center, and they'll give it up to Nolan Feller up the middle, fighting for that line. He will not get it. That's a stand from the Gators, and now decision time for Millard South. We just talked about it. Don't expect Nathan Thompson to get on here. Let's see if Millard South stays aggressive. That ball is marked at exactly the 1 yard line. Laquana checks out of the game, so I don't think they're going to go heavy set. If you're Millard South, just give it back to Nolan Feller. Find it hard to believe he'll get bottled up again, but judgment call.
Millard South taking their time trying to focus.
4th down and goal. Snaps the ball. He's going to roll to his right. Keeps himself trying to fight for the line, and he will not get there. Ball comes out, but he was down.
They're calling it a touchdown.
And they're going to call it a touchdown.
Yeah, he must have reached over the goal line there.
So Jet Tamala, really close call, but they got it immediately, so he is in for the touchdown. Millard South's going to extend their lead. And we got to see an instant replay up in the booth.
And I think he took a big hit there, too. Yes, he did.
From our angle, yeah, did not look like he got in there, but yeah, they had it almost immediately, so he will get in. No instant replay. P&T is up and good. So Millard South, their lead is extended to 24 off the Jet Tamala keeper. And we're going to take a quick break with you here on Millard South Media. And welcome back to this one. Millard South goes down the field, gets a touchdown on their opening drive. And now really, it's truly now or never if you're the Gator offense. Kickoff from Nathan Thompson. It's going to be another pooch kick. They've had trouble with it. And Millard South gets it. That does not go out of bounds. They go down the field, and it'll be Millard South football. And that is why you do the pooch kick. That was to perfection. They thought it was going to go out of bounds. And great job by the fielding team to get under it. And Millard South is going to get the ball back in North Star territory. What did you see out there, Mason?
Well, first of all, the whole team on the sideline was jumping up and down on that. It was a perfectly executed play on his special teams. Millard South really taking advantage. Let's see if they can score another touchdown on this drive, as they for sure look to.
Jet Tamala back in the ball game. Again, sooner or later, if you keep scoring, you would not be surprised if the backups come in. Noel Feller is your back. They'll give it to him. Nope, play action. Roll to his right-hand side, trying to find somebody downfield. He'll just go down for a loss of about 2. 50 in on the play there. That's Marcus Wayne.
Tamala once more being rushed out of the pocket. Hasn't had a lot of time to set his feet and have good looks.
And honestly, this North Star secondary needs to get a lot of credit for the game they've had so far. Shutting down Amarion Jackson, shutting down Isaac Jensen for the most part. Really, every time Jetchamal is rolled out to throw, he hasn't found anybody, and he's either ran it himself or went down for a sack. So the secondary's done a really good job so far. 2nd down and 13 for Millard South. Jetchamal looking to pass, gives off to Nolan Feller in the flat. Trying to get back to the line to gain. Stays up. And he'll be down at the 22-yard line. And that's what Nolan Feller gives you when you think that's going to be a gain of about nothing. He fights for about an extra 5 or even 10. And now it makes a 3rd down very manageable. Third down and 3.
Nolan Feller, a player who's been a big big factor in this passing game. He's had 8 receptions for 204 yards and 2 touchdowns on the year.
Ian Langer into the game at quarterback. And before the snap goes off, they're going to call a false start on the Patriots, so that'll back them up 5 yards. Let's see if they keep Ian Langer in the ball game. Yep, they'll take Ian Langer out. A little bit confused, trying to get a signal from the sideline. No, Ian Langer will stay in. Jet Tamal is in the ball game as well, so 2 quarterback look. They're going to line Ian Langer up at wide receiver. And Jet Tamal will be alone in the 5 wide. 3rd down and 8 here for the Patriots. Motion pre-snap from Nolan Feller. Going to give it to Jet Tamal looking to throw. Off to Feller in the flat. Blocking downfield by Dylan Cool. Feller cuts it back inside. He'll get the first down and more. And Nolan Feller converts for the first down for Millard South. First down and 10 for the Patriots. Now inside the red zone. First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Shotgun look. Dom Duggan checked in on the left-hand side. See if that 6'4" wingspan can do anything for him. They'll give it off to Nolan Feller. Oh, no, that's Daxton Williams, the power back. He'll get inside the 10, marks it around the 5. And that's what Daxton Williams brings you. He's a big back, but he has great burst. Finds a hole and crushes through it. Now Millard South inside the 10, trying to go quick. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Jet Tamal in that quarterback. Motion pre-snap for Ben Menichetti. They'll get off to Daxton Williams again, and this time it's bottled up by North Star.
Daxton Williams, more notably known for what he's done on defense. 15 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss in the year, but really helping out the offense here.
So now 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line. .15 seconds left to go on the play clock. Millard South taking their time. You'd think if they get in for a touchdown, this one is in blowout territory. Jet Jamal confused. I think they might take a timeout with 3 seconds left to go here on the play clock, and they will. So Ty Wisdom gets on the field to recall his guys. And we're going to take a quick break with you here on Millard South Media. And we are back. Millard South with a big 2nd down and goal. The ball marked at the 5-yard line. Daxton Williams is your running back for the Patriots. They're not going to give it to him. Jet Jamal looking to pass. Now they'll dump it off to Daxton Williams in the flat. He'll catch it. Trying to work towards the outside, and he'll be down at the 2-yard line. So that'll make it a very manageable position.
It was a low pass by Tamala. A really good job of bringing the football in, but couldn't quite find the end zone.
I was going to say, I would not be surprised if they put Ian Langer in at quarterback, and they do just that. So now you have 2 options in the running game. Either give it to Daxton Williams up the middle or have Ian Langer keep it himself if they choose to do that. They'll give it to Ian Langer. And North Star's all over it. Wisdom's not happy about the execution on the sideline. Like another decision to make if you're Millard South.
Absolutely stuffed there. Ian Langer usually more physical, and the ball's in his hands.
Now I'm going to shoot my shot a little bit here as a commentator. Let's get an end zone fade here to Dominic Duggan on the left-hand side. Been waiting for him to get a touchdown all year long. Let's see what they do. Lakers going to keep himself. Pitches to Daxton Williams along the outside. He'll get in for a Millard South touchdown. That is what he brings you in the backfield. Great decision from Ian Langer to pitch it to his power back. And Millard South extends their lead, and I think this one's close to being over.
Yeah, and like you were talking about, Dominic Duggan, not a chance to score there, but he had a pretty nice block.
Oh, absolutely.
Setting up touchdown.
The BAT crew is in the ball game. Good snap, good haul. Kick is up, and the kick is true. 31-0 is your score here at Buell Stadium. Really quick before we go to break, I want to update everybody on the scores around the Metro. Only one other Class A game going on right now, that being Elkhorn South versus Papio South. And Elkhorn South has the lead 35-0. Some other ones around the Metro. Well, not around the Metro, but, you know, Nebraska high school football. Ashland Greenwood beating Shadron 64-0. Howells Dodge beating Ainsworth 12-6. Axtell losing to St. Francis 22-0. And Sand Hills and Thedford beating Lord Central Catholic 30-12. So we will take a quick break with you here on Millard South Media. Thoughts about the game, please tweet at us here at MSHS Journalism if you'd like to be featured in the postgame show. Your comments, we'll answer them here on the postgame show. Now back to this one. Millard South taking the field with a 31-0 lead. It hasn't always been pretty from the Patriots, Mason, but they're getting it done, and looks like they will advance to the second round when it's all said and over.
At the end of the day, if you put points on the scoreboard, that's all that matters.
Yep. Pooch kickoff there from Nathan Thompson. Last time worked to perfection. This time they get under and fair catch it. No muff kick this time. And that's where the offense will start off. This is the first time the offense has touched the ball for North Star in the second half. Let's see what Dean Donaldson has at quarterback. Got a lot of seniors on this team. And right now you're looking down, 31-point deficit. Just put some points on the scoreboard and make some fond memories for yourself. Here's a snap to Donaldson. He'll get off to his running back, Jordan Anderson, working on the outside. A couple Patriots in on the tackle. Dylan Cool trying to wrap him down, and he will do just that. Loss of about 5. They're going to give North Star a little bit of a gracious spot, so only a loss of 3. Trainers were checking out Jared Laquana last drive, but he is out there for this one. So good news for Patriots. Second down and 13, Millard South showing blitz. Now getting the signal from the sideline. Snap to Donaldson. He's going to look to pass on the right-hand side. Pressure getting there. Now rifles up to number 17. A little bit overthrown. And, man, did he have grass in front of him. If he caught that ball, he'd still be running 4-6. And that's Mario Bradford. I mean, he just beat DeLon Jones on that right-hand side. Man, the Patriots are lucky. They got away with one right there.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be brought in for the catch. Dean Donaldson's still looking for, something positive to take away. Guy that transferred in from Creighton Prep for his final high school year, senior. See what happens.
Third down and 13. Shotgun look. Donaldson takes a snap, looking to pass. Pressure coming, and they'll get to him. Adam Pugh in on his second sack of the game. Breakout game from the junior. Man, this defensive line for Millard South is as good as advertised. Punting crew is on for the 6th time today. Mario Jackson back to return. And this punt is with the wind. But really, they have struggled getting anything under it, averaging about 30 yards per punt. That one will be low, And Amara Jackson will just fair catch it at midfield, and that's where Jetamala and the offense will set up shop, and we'll be right back with you. Welcome back to this one. Pitch over to Daxton Williams. Makes a man miss. He's going to fight for a gain of about 3 or 4. Interesting to mention that the starters are still, for the most part, in the ball game for Millard South. Jetamala, quarterback, and Amara Jackson still in. The only one who has not stayed in is Nolan Feller. Not to be concerned, though, if you're Patriots fans, not due to injury. I think you're just playing it safe at this point with his second game back from a torn meniscus. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Snap to Millard South. Jamal looking to his left-hand side, screen pass over to Duggan, and it'll hit the dirt. The 3rd down and 8 at midfield for Millard South. Duggan checks out. Dylan Cool coming in the ball game. Trying to move the sticks here if you're the Patriots. Jetamala takes a snap. Plenty of time in the pocket to pass. Now rifles it in there to Isaac Jensen. Bobbles in. That'll be incomplete. Threw it a little bit behind him. It's now a 4th down and 8 and decision time for Ty Wisdom. They're going for it on 4th down. Wisdom, the gambling type. See if they can convert here. Oh, we're going to see a pooch kick from Jetamala. Seen that a couple times this year. He's going to take a friendly Millard South roll. Will go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. With 44 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, that's where Dean Donaldson will take over for this North Star offense. We'll take a quick break. And welcome back to this one. D. Donaldson takes a snap on the first play of the drive, rifles it in there, number 17. He beats him again for a big gain.
And probably the longest game they've had all game long.
So we saw last drive, they tried to get Muriel Bradford going on a post, and he absolutely beat DeLon Jones. And this time he beats Nate Christensen for a reception.
To mention, Dean Donaldson, number 3 in passing yards in Class A with 735.
Yeah, this guy is talented, just have not got going all game. North Star trying to go tempo and get some points on the scoreboard. Snap over to him. Looking to pass once again. Now steps out of the pocket. Rifles into Bradford again. He has plenty of room to run around the 20-15, still up, and he'll be marked at the 13-yard line. So Muriel Bradford, 2 big plays in the receiving game. Now North Star is inside the red zone. Clock begins to roll. We're under 10 seconds left to go. Would not be surprised if they just let this one roll the 4th. Snap to Donaldson. Fade over the end zone. A little bit too high for his receiver. That's Braden Sunken.
And he was open, too.
Man, it seems like every time Donaldson sees a guy wide open, it just overthrows him a little bit, and that's one you wish you had back. But Millard South throwing up the 4s. That's it And we'll be right back with you here for the fourth quarter here on Millard South Media. Do not go away. And we're going to have a post-game report as well. Check out the Corner Kick, Millard's best sports bar, located just down the street at 138th and P. It offers Omaha's best fajitas, phenomenal street tacos, and a private party room. Locally owned by Millard residents, you proudly support Millard South Athletics. Next time you want excellent food at a great price, visit the Corner Kick at 138th and P. And check out Erickson Cedarstrom, providing you 55 years of legal excellence. Please contact them over at Erickson Cedarstrom. Now going back to the ball game, starting off the fourth quarter here. And this North Star offense is finding success for the first time this game. You've got to think it's a little bit too late, though, Mason.
Yeah, you would have to think that, but, you know, Lincoln North Star showing some fight here.
And we talked about this last week when Lincoln came to town. At some point, you just got to play for a little bit of pride. A lot of these times, they're seniors on the field. This might be their last game ever playing. Play for some pride and have something you can remember.
Yep, and you want to get some points on the board.
Motion pre-snap. Looking off to number 24. Aiden Miller gets him down for a TFL. And that's our X factor today. Aiden Miller just gets off a block, shows the Superman. That's a loss of about 2.
Made it look really easy. And that's just Aiden Miller being Aiden Miller.
3rd down and 14 for North Star. First time they've got the red zone all game long. Looking to convert with any type of points. Let's see if they can get Bradford going again. I don't even think he's in the ball game right now. It's a quiet decision to take away your biggest playmaker today. Anderson motions into the backfield. Looking off to Donaldson to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Passer's trying to get to him. Now rifles it in. And that'll be picked off in the end zone by the Patriots. Just threw it up. Guess who? That's Dylan Cool. He has been a menace. Has many picks this year. I'll just add to the collection. That guy just has a nose for the football. Millard South will take over at the 20-yard line.
And once more, some more missed opportunities from the Gators to try and get on the scoreboard.
Now it'll be interesting to see if the backups come on the field for Millard South. It looks like they will not for the most part. Jet Tamala, Marion Jackson, Isaac Jensen, Dylan Jones still in the ball game. Same old line as well. I think they're going to let them have one more drive until they start calling the backups. It's the playoffs. You want to have these guys in longer. These teams are competitive. They'll get off to Daxton Williams up the middle. He has plenty of room to run. Gets the first down and more. Breaking to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Now at the 40. He's a bulldozer. And they'll finally get him down around the 45-yard line. I mean, that's just a big running back doing big running back's things. Hard to bring him down. First down and 10 for Millard South around midfield. Patriots taking their time with about 10 minutes left to go in this one. Again, thank you all for joining us here for this broadcast. And we'll be back next week if the score holds as it is, which it likely will. Millard South will be playing either Gretna or Omaha North here at 7 p.m. That'll be exclusively streamed here on Millard South Media. They fake the handoff over to Daxton Williams, rivaling into Amarion Jackson. Man, they just trip him up. If it weren't for that, he would still be running. That would be 6 for the star receiver.
It was a one-on-one matchup. And you'd have to think of Amarion Jackson.
And that's a little bit of an RPO action. We haven't seen too much of that this year for Millard South. But Jetsamala pulled it back and found his open receiver there on a slant. First and 10 for Millard South from the 30-yard line. They'll get up to Daxton Williams up the middle. Fighting for some extra yards, and that'll be a gain of 9 for the Bulldozer running back.
Dax Williams, a player you don't normally see a lot on this offense, but for sure producing here tonight, here this evening.
Millard South trying to put the death blow on the North Star Navigators.
The Gators just trying to keep pride at this point.
Under 10 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Motion pre-snap by DeLon Jones. They'll get off to Daxton Williams. Has some blockers in front of him. He'll get the first down and more. Fighting along the outside. Now inside the 5, and he'll be down at the 2. Now, is there any doubt of what the play call should be here at the goal line? You're either going to give it to Daxton Williams or you're either going to give it to Daxton Williams again. That's the play call. Ian Langer checking in the ball game in at quarterback. 5 wide look. Would not be surprised if they put Daxton Williams in motion or Ian Langer just keeps it up himself up the middle. They do just that. Daxton Williams, he keeps himself up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. Ian Langer converts, and now the lead is extended to 37-0, and that's what we just call an announcer's prediction. Called that one to perfection. Don't want to pat myself on the back too much, but there you go. Ian Langer in for the touchdown. Millard South is cruising in this one. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and the kick is true. The lead is now 38-0 here at Millard South Meter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the final 8 minutes in this one. Welcome back to this one. Pooch kick from Nathan Thompson. The wind takes it up to the 10. It's going to be returned by Bradford, fighting for some extra yards, and he's going to be down. Oh, fumbles the football, but gets under it. He's going to be down when it's all said and done at the 26-yard line. So 9 minutes left to go on this one. I believe there's a running clock rule, but the clock is not running on the scoreboard. Once you go above 35 points, the clock runs even if it is in the playoffs. And yep, now it will start to run. So the clock will likely be running for the rest of this one unless North Star gets on the scoreboard here. They'll get off to the tailback, Anderson. Gain of about nothing. Should be noted, again, the Stars have still yet to leave the ball game for Millard South. I think they're just going to play the entirety of this one, get them reps. You never want to feel comfortable in the postseason and get them used to playing the full game, especially when you play some more competent opponents. It just gets harder from here. North Star's a great team. Well, Millard South was a little bit too much for him today. Motion pre-snap by Donaldson. He takes a snap to throw. Now trying to step up in the pocket. He'll get a game about 5. Good job by him. And that, is not Donaldson. The backup quarterback, but Dree Ball is in the ball game. So he likely will end this one for the Navigators. And that will be how Dean Donaldson's career ends. One of the better quarterbacks in all of Nebraska high school football the last 4 years. Started off his career at Bellevue West. Then went to Creighton Prep and now ends up at North Star. That's likely how his career will end here. We'll see where he ends up deciding to go in college. They'll go off to the running back. Millard South is stuffing him about a yard short. That's Justin Anderson, the brother of Jordan Anderson, in on the carry. Fourth down and 1 for the Gators. You got to go for it. And now if you're Millard South, this will give you a little bit of a tester when you'll have a situation very similar like this the next couple games. Take this as seriously as you would any other play. 4th down and 1. Millard South showing blitz. They get off to Justin Anderson. He'll get the first down and about 1 yard more, and that'll be first down for the Gators. .6:30 left to go in this one. Gators with about their last offensive drive, trying to put some points on the scoreboard and feel better about themselves potentially going into the postseason. Millard South jumps. They will not call it. Ball takes a snap, looking to pass. Plenty of time in the pocket. Now being rushed. Just throws it down. Millard South wants a grounding from the sideline. They're not going to get it. That was number 51, Easton Vallada, getting to the quarterback. Guy we haven't really seen too much of this year for the Patriots, but they feel really good about him. Only a sophomore. Second down and 10 for the Gators. Still in their own territory. Millard South rushes 4. Dump off pass, and he is absolutely laid out by Daxton Williams. Man, I mean, that was a big hit by the current running back for Millard South. Playing his primary position at linebacker. He's showing you why Millard South feels really good about his future. Again, only another sophomore. By the time he's a senior, he's going to be one of the best linebackers in all of Class A.
And Daxton Williams making an argument to why he maybe should be the MVP of this ball game.
We should have started awarding that post game. You know, our Millard South Media MVP. Why not? 3rd down and 10 for North Star. Trips to the near side. Ball takes a snap, looking to pass. Pressure trying to get to him. Now throws up to his receiver. Good coverage by Nate Christensen down the field. And they will call a flag, though. A little too much hand fighting, and that's going to advance North Star inside Millard South territory. Yep, they're going to call pass interference on Nate Christensen. The clock will stop at 4:37. Again, clock only stops for points scored or penalties. Now the clock starts again. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Motion pre-snap here from Davis. Ball takes a snap. A little handoff over to J.C. Sievers. He'll get the first down, fighting for the line. And now Millard South will drag him back. I think they're going to call him 1 yard short.
Nate Christensen struggling to bring him down.
Nate Christensen's kind of struggled so far today, but there's a lot of good future ahead of him. Had a great game against Westside 2 weeks ago. Shut down one of the best receivers in the state, Caleb Benning. And they feel really confident about him. I mean, we keep saying it for Millard South. Their future's so bright. They will call it a yard short. 2nd down and 1. Trips to the near side. Ball looking back to pass. Plenty of time. Rifles into Davis. He has trouble with it. Bobbles it a couple times. And now it's going to be a 3rd down and 2.
Nate Christensen redeeming himself there. A nice play to wrap up the receiver.
Gators trying to get some points on the scoreboard before this one is over. I think Millard South, they feel really good about the way the score is right now. Would not be surprised if they go into the end of the game like this. 3rd down and 2. They give it off to the running back, Anderson. He's going to get the first down, about 1 yard more. It should be mentioned that is not Jordan Anderson. That is his twin brother, Jordan Anderson. Or excuse me, Justin Anderson. First down and 10 at the 35. Millard South trying to get one more stand in this one. Trips to the near side look for the Gators. Snap goes to North Star. Plenty of time in the pocket now. Rifles up to Davis. Really good pass. Oh, it's just overthrown. Davis had him beat. Nate Christensen on the right-hand side. in what once looked like a great fade pass, just a little bit too much for him. So now a second down and 10. Clock is now about 2 minutes left to go in this one. They'll get off to Severs. And a great tackle made by Daxton Williams. TFL, and man, he has been all over this ball game. And it just looked like he was shot out of a cannon. Third down and long. Gators trying to keep this drive alive. Trips to the far side look. Ball in at quarterback for Dean Donaldson. He takes a snap. Look at his right-hand side. Now throws to his left. Thomas Davis has a man beat on the left hand and just badly threw. Torres run in on coverage. Now a 4th down and 10, and this might be it for North Star.
Approaching 1 minute left in this ball game.
Student section getting into it. Costume theme here at Millard South.
Millard South has done what they have needed to do.
4th down and 11 for the Lincoln North Star Navigators. Down to their last snap. Millard South showing blitz. Takes a snap. Looking to pass on his left-hand side. Now rifles in there in the flat. Millard South corrals it. And this one looks to be over. Gators shut out here at Buell Stadium. Clock is running. And they're just getting ready for the handshake line. That'll be the last snap in this one. North Star comes into Buell Stadium and Millard South takes over 38-0. And do not go away. We have a post-game coverage coming up in about 1 minute. We'll go over everything. Or excuse me, the refs are calling this dead. Both teams are getting ready for the handshake line. I think the refs thought there was going to be one more play, but nope, they'll just let them go. This game has been over. The clock will hit 0 here at Buell Stadium. Millard South will advance to the next round. They will take on the winner of Gretna, Omaha North. Not go away. Post-game coverage in about a minute. And welcome into the post-game show presented to you by Millard South Media. The Patriots get it done against the Gators in round 1, 38-0. Mason, what did you see out there?
Well, both offense, kind of got off to slow starts, but Millard South obviously found a rhythm. They did what they needed to do to get this win. In this North Star, we thought we expected it to be more competitive, but unfortunately it was not that.
One of the storylines, Millard South did not take out any starters of this ball game, but no injuries, really clean play. The defense had a great game, about only 100 yards given up, and all those 100 yards came in the last 2 drives from the Gators. This defense is as good as advertised. I mean, man, they had a great game today. On the offensive side of the ball, Nolan Feller did Nolan Feller things, more than 100 yards on the ground. Martin Jackson had a slow day, but I don't expect that to continue. He is a stud. Give credit where credit is due. This North Star defense stepped up when it mattered, though. Secondary had a really good day. Despite the score, they did what they needed to do. And, again, it's sad to always see a team go down. This will be the last game of a lot of their careers, so give a lot of credit to North Star, a lot of credit to their coaching staff, and they'll be back next year. This is a program that is on the rise. Really quick, I want to give a shout-out to our staff here at Millard South Media. Of course, we have me and Mason on the call. We'll be back next week. We have Tate Williams producing for us. We have Jonathan Spieler being our director and kind of our overlord today. We have James Kramer on camera. We have Margaret Smith. And, of course, we have Connor Rhodes along with our advisor, Christine Caldall. So, again, shout-out to everybody who's helped out with this broadcast as always. And, again, we will be back next week
for one of our last football streams of the year. That'll be the quarterfinals against either Gretna or Omaha North. Mason, got anything else, Dad?
Roll Pats.
Roll Pats, baby. We will be back next week. See you then.